As tensions rise in West Asia and movement through the Strait of Hormuz becomes uncertain, India has secured nearly 60 million barrels of crude from Russia for delivery next month. The move is driven by necessity. When a key energy route turns volatile, countries that depend on imports have to act fast, and India is doing exactly that. The disruption in Hormuz has tightened global supplies and delayed shipments from traditional suppliers like Saudi Arabia and Iraq. As a result, Indian refiners have pivoted back to Russian crude, even at a premium over benchmark prices. This marks a clear shift from recent months when India had reduced Russian purchases under Western pressure. Now reliability is taking priority over geopolitical optics. A sanctions waiver from the United States has also helped, allowing certain Russian cargoes to be delivered, giving refiners a temporary window to secure supplies.
So India will still get oil from Russia, even if it is the international prices. Remember that the freight cost is the lowest from Russia. So India will save on freight costs. India will still save on insurance costs if it gets it from Australia or if it gets it from South America. Okay? So India still has a strategic... And remember, Russia saved India just now by giving it intelligence about how America, along with the Ukrainians, was arming rebels, militants in Mizoram to attack India. That cell has been busted just a week ago. Russia came to India's help, and America, in spite of being India's friend, is trying to create trouble there. Okay. Just giving you the background. Now, what happens to India? A, India's oil bill will double. B, Qatar is no longer going to be supplying gas to us for at least 1 year. Qatar has gone on record, it will take us a year to repair it. Maybe 2 years to get to normal production. Okay. If there's no gas from Qatar, India will have to take gas from Russia, because Russia also has gas, or Australia, or America. In gas, you don't buy, there's no spot market for gas. You have to sign a long-term deal because once you start gas production, you cannot stop it. So they want long-term deals. Europe has refused to sign an agreement with Russia, with America, because America is unreliable.
At the same time, India is not relying on a single source. Imports from Venezuela are also rising, showing a broader strategy to diversify risk and maintain supply stability. Refiners like Mangalore Refinery and Hindustan Mittal Energy have stepped up purchases, reflecting how quickly sourcing decisions are being recalibrated. The volumes being secured now are significantly higher than just a month ago, underlining the urgency of the situation. Back home, concerns over fuel availability have been growing, but the government and companies like Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited have pushed back against rumors of shortages, saying supply chains remain stable and reserves are adequate. This highlights a contrast between global uncertainty and domestic preparedness.
सभापति जी, भारत का प्रयास है कि तेल हो, गैस हो, फर्टिलाइजर हो, ऐसे हर जरूरी सामान से जुड़े जहाज भारत तक सुरक्षित पहुंचे। लेकिन इस युद्ध से बनी वैश्विक परिस्थितियां अगर लंबे समय तक बनी रहती है तो गंभीर दुष्परिणाम तय है। इसलिए भारत ने अपनी रेजिलियंस बढ़ाने के लिए जो भी प्रयास बीते वर्षों में किए हैं, उनको और गति दे रहा है। सभापति जी, कोई भी संकट हो, वो हमारे हौसलों और हमारे प्रयास दोनों की परीक्षा लेता है। देश ऐसे संकटों का बेहतर तरीके से सामना कर सके, इसके लिए बीते 11 वर्षों में निरंतर निर्णय लिए गए हैं। एनर्जी इंपोर्ट का डाइवर्सिफिकेशन ऐसे ही प्रयासों का हिस्सा है। पहले क्रूड ऑयल, एलएनजी, एलपीजी ऐसी एनर्जी जरूरतों के लिए 27 देशों से इंपोर्ट किया जाता था। वहीं आज भारत 41 देशों से एनर्जी इंपोर्ट करता है। बीते दशक में भारत ने संकट के ऐसे ही समय के लिए कच्चे तेल के भंडारण को भी प्राथमिकता दी है। हमारी तेल कंपनियां संकट के समय के लिए काफी मात्रा में पेट्रोल और डीजल का भंडार रखती है। बीते 11 वर्षों में 53 लाख मीट्रिक टन से अधिक का स्ट्रेटेजिक पेट्रोलियम रिजर्व भी डेवलप किया गया है और 65 लाख मैट्रिक टन से अधिक के रिजर्व की व्यवस्था पर देश काम कर रहा है। साथ ही बीते दशक में भारत की रिफाइनिंग कैपेसिटी भी अच्छी खासी बढ़ाई गई है। मैं आपके माध्यम से सदन को और देश को ये आश्वासन देना चाहता हूं कि भारत के पास क्रूड ऑयल के पर्याप्त स्टोरेज के और निरंतर सप्लाई की व्यवस्थाएं हैं।
Earlier, US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said Washington had allowed India to purchase Russian oil that is already on ships at sea. Later, Washington allowed other countries to buy Russian oil in a major shift from its narrative that buying oil from Moscow is equivalent to funding Ukraine war.
The Indians had been very good actors. We had asked them to stop buying sanctioned Russian oil this fall. They did. They were going to substitute it with U.S. oil. But to ease the temporary gap of oil around the world, we have given them permission to accept the Russian oil. We may unsanction other Russian oil. You know, the other thing Treasury can do here, Larry, is there are hundreds of millions of sanctioned barrels of sanctioned crude on the water, and in essence, by unsanctioning them, Treasury can create supply. And you know, we are looking at that. We're going to keep a cadence of announcing measures to bring relief to the market during this conflict. And Larry,
For India perspective, this is a clear example of energy strategy under pressure. The focus is on flexibility, diversification, and continuity. Because when global supply chains are disrupted, the priority is simple: keep the fuel flowing, keep the economy stable, and stay prepared for further shocks.